Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pilton Palais. Woo! For this evening's screening of a brand new 102-year-old film. With me to sort of introduce it, please welcome Dan Smith. Hello. Holy moly. So this is a totally unauthorized Dracula adaptation. Yeah.
What I love, and my friend, we were just talking about vampire films, and it made me think of, someone else mentioned Twilight. Didn't that start as like fan fiction?
It did, yeah.
So this is kind of like the original Twilight.
Right.
I'm sure that's what this massive cultural pillar really wants to be compared to. But it was, so all of the negatives were burnt, right?
Yep.
Because the author of Dracula...
Yeah, Bram Stoker's estate basically sued, yeah.
He sued, and they were all burnt. And there's a few remaining copies, of which we have the only one in the world, right here.
No, it's been digitized down. It's okay now. But yeah, no, it is, and it's fascinating. It's really wildly influential. It's German expressionist style, if you want to impress your film studies class. And its filmmaker Murnau was one of the great leaders of that, and it's become this massive cultural touchstone. When did you first come across it? Did you, like me, first come across it when they made Shadow of the Vampire?
I did, yeah.
Right? And that's kind of a pastiche about the making of Nosferatu.
You know you're culturally important when they're making films that are a parody of the making of the film.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen that?
Anyone seen Shadow of the Vampire? Okay, you have a treat in store when you get home from Glastonbury. It's a fantastic film. Weirdly, it stars Willem Dafoe as Max Schreck, who plays Nosferatu in this film. And that's weird, yeah, because...
He's also in the remake that's about to come out.
So you were ahead of the curve, because when Roger Eggers' Nosferatu comes out later this year, you're going to be like, dude, I know it well. I know the original. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Nosferatu?
I like how freaking creepy he is. There is no diamond sparkly skin in this vampire movie. He is a straight-up monster, and he makes everyone really unsettled when he comes into the room. So he reminds me of myself.
He's an absolute weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite thing?
That wasn't me calling you a weirdo.
No, that's fine. That's okay. What's your favorite thing?
Just love that it's silent.
Well, not today, because we have, over there in the white shirts, Chris Green, musician.
Chris Green, everybody.
Please say hello. He is going to play a live score to the movie, which is essentially how it would have been done 102 years ago when it came out. So he's going to be there, well, maybe not with the same instruments, but some of the same instruments, maybe. So he's going to be playing a live score throughout the film for you this evening. He will also be selling, I think, some CDs and some QR codes to get downloads of that music if you want it afterwards. And I think you're going to come up at the end and just sort of talk a little bit about your music and what you did. Yes? Good. Yes. So,
do you want to talk a bit about the cultural impact of the film?
Massive? Is that fair? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something that shows how big this film is. Vampires didn't used to die in daylight until this film. Did you guys know that? Maybe you all knew that already. So if you read Dracula doesn't die. He can go out if it's a bit cloudy. Like, he would have been in trouble yesterday, but today he would have been totally fine. This is the film that started the whole vampires, in daylight.
Nice.
Yeah. So that alone is kind of massive cultural impact, but it was really influential in all the Hollywood films, like the Dracula, obviously when they finally got around to officially doing Dracula, but all those kind of 1930s Universal films, which then...
Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire. Kind of sexier vampires than this one, though.
He's very weird.
He's very weird. He's so weird. Nobody is sexy in this film. You should have really come to Only Lovers Left Alive if you wanted sexy vampires. I'm sorry. Although, if you are into vampires, we also have A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, late tonight, which is a fantastic kind of Iranian feminist cowboy vampire movie. And I know you're like, oh my God, I've seen 10 Iranian feminist vampire cowboy movies.
Haven't we all?
I know, but this one's a good one, I promise, so it's worth seeing. Yeah, I would say the best Iranian feminist cowboy vampire movie. Yeah, I'm really out on a limb with that one, but I would. What's your favorite?
Iranian feminist vampire film?
Yeah.
That one.
That one.
Yeah. Duh.
What's your favorite vampire movie, though?
You hate Lost Boys, right?
No.
You hate it?
No.
You told me it was shit.
I never said that.
Oh, okay. She hates Lost Boys. What's yours?
I mean, it's the Lost Boys now. No, I'm kidding. It is actually Only Lovers Left Alive.
Is it?
It's an amazing vampire film. It's a kind of vampire romance.
I let the right one in.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Has anyone seen that?
Yes.
So good, right?
Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Weird film,
We have a
but
fan.
really good. Yes, one. Twilight. Any Twihards in the room? Yes. And you're still putting your hands up all these years later.
Are they
Amazing.
called Twihards?
Twihards.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
nice.
that's cute. No?
Why, it seems a bit mean.
Well, a little bit. But it's also a ref on Die Hard, so...
Lovely.
Yeah.
So this is going really well. Anyone else got any good vampire film suggestions?
What We Do in
What We
the
Do in the
Shadows.
Hands
Which is,
down, the best.
yeah, which
Oh,
is
fuck.
also a really good answer for your best vampire TV show.
Buffy.
Buffy.
Oh my God, how did we not talk about Buffy? Fucking hell.
And there's Nosferatu's kind of in Buffy.
Favorite season?
3.
You're such a season 3 guy. Oh, of course.
3 is the correct answer, though.
Who's the baddie in 3?
The mayor. Yeah. But it's also one where Angel is like evil and it's all like, oh.
What's that?
Yeah, and Faith. 5 by 5.
Was
Vamp Grace Jones. The Hunger. Anybody here for The Hunger? Let the right one in. Yeah, he said that one. Interview with the Vampire TV or film? Film. There is a TV show. It's amazing. Nobody's watching it, but you all should. I'm just turning into a vampire chat now. Anyone else? What have we not mentioned?
No. Are we gonna open it out to just horror in general?
If you
or-
want to. Is there something you think has been influenced by this, for example? I'm bringing it back.
Everything's been.
Everything's been influenced by this. What's your favorite horror then?
I'm such a basic bitch. I loved Scream when I was a kid. When I was 11, it was my favorite film. My parents. It's a wonder I'm not a psychopath.
It's a great film.
It's a really great
It's
film.
amazing. And there hasn't been a bad Scream movie yet. There have been some that were just okay, but there hasn't been a bad one.
Really?
Yeah. Not even 3.
You're a big 3 fan.
I'm not a big 3
Is this really fun for everyone watching two
Anyway.
people just talk about films to each other? I bet it is.
But anyway, the point is, Nosferatu, 102 years old, about to be remade. You're about to see the original, and still, at least technically, the best, because we haven't seen the remake, so we can definitely say
Okay, what do we think it's going to be out of 10? Oh, wait, your Empire magazine, are you out of 5?
We're at 5.
You're a 5?
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay, can I get a show of hands? Do you prefer reviews out of 5 or 10?
So hands up for 5, the correct answer. Wow.
I'm so sorry, you lost.
Wow. Hands up for 10?
Of course, we want nuance, guys, right?
Well,
Yeah, we do. So what do you think it's going to be?
what, the new one or the...
The new one out of my metric, which is 10.
I'm saying it's going to be an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry that we had nothing of value to add. I had nothing. You had lots of value to add. I had a bald wig and some weird hands.
You have amazing hands.
How's everyone's weekend been?
Okay.
Yeah, great.
So
Thank you
shall we leave you with Nosferatu?
You excited?
Actually, did any of you know him from SpongeBob? Okay, good, because he's in SpongeBob. Anyway,
Who?
Nosferatu. I'm not kidding. He's in
Okay.
SpongeBob. Literally bits of the film.
Amazing.
That's how influential he is. I'm just saying. So you are here to see something that has shaped everything since, from What We Do in the Shadows to SpongeBob SquarePants.
And let's hear it for everyone that works here at Pilton Palais for putting on such a lovely weekend.
Amazing, amazing work.